Hi there. Real quick before we jump into the episode. If you enjoy this episode, or any of the other episodes, be sure to give us a follow or subscribe. It would also be great if you shared it with a friend, or better yet, left a review so others can know how awesome it is. Thanks so much. And now, the episode.
Hey there, Press Starters, and welcome to the Press Start Leadership Podcast, the podcast about game-changing leadership, teaching you how to get the most out of your product and development team and become the leader you were meant to be. Leadership coaching and training for the international game industry professional. Now, let me introduce you to your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Christopher Mifsud.
Welcome back, Press Starters. And on this week's awesome edition of Press Start Leadership Podcast, we're discussing experiences over bullshit and the strongest link, building an indestructible team through support. But first up, experiences over bullshit, choosing the yes instead of the BS. One of my goals in life is to deal with less bullshit, especially when it comes to work. In pursuit of that goal, I remind myself of the value of experiences, both alone and with the ones I love. Experiences might be once in a lifetime, so embrace them when they come along, instead of succumbing to the burden of daily annoyances. While I still struggle to find the perfect balance, I do know that experiences are worth more than any problems or difficulties I deal with on the regular. I've endured my share of loss over the years. What I treasure most are the memories I made and the experiences I had with the departed. I cherish special moments with my wife, friends, and family now more than ever, and I don't let the bullshit keep me from having these experiences. If I find myself getting sucked into the BS, I think of what I once told a boss leaving for a much-needed vacation. Experience is life. It is the now. The bullshit will still be here when I get back. And it will. The bullshit isn't going anywhere. Live in the now. Take that trip. Make that call. Text the person you were just thinking about. And make the time to rekindle old friendships. While it's hard to say I live a life with no regrets, I live with very few. And I do so by taking the leap, trusting my gut, and remembering I am awesome. I have value, and I'm greater than any bullshit I am dealing with at the moment. And I live with purpose and a plan because ultimately, the calculated risk of choosing experiences over BS will always reward me in the end. Need some help taking the leap? Here are some things to help you overcome the bullshit and enjoy more experiences. Number 1. Embrace the selfish Buddha. Take care of yourself first. If you don't, you won't have the energy you need to give to others. Number 2. Use the power of positivity. Stay positive. My morning mantra is, I am love, happiness, success, and abundance. It helps ground me for the day. Number 3. Create healthy boundaries. Most often, it's a lack of healthy boundaries that creates bullshit in the first place. Number 4. Plan your year. Take a long view of what you want to achieve. Make plans to minimize the bullshit and maximize experiences. If you do it right, planning can be just as fun as the experience itself. Okay, maybe that's just me. Look, it can be easy to become work-obsessed, especially early in your career. Don't let yourself become so busy working that you miss important opportunities. Your career is important, but remember, some opportunities are once in a lifetime. Okay, next up, the strongest link. Building an indestructible team through support. There's an old quote that says, "A chain is only as strong as its weakest link." Thomas Reed. It is my strong belief that if you have that kind of mentality as a leader, you'll never succeed. If you focus on the weakness of your teams, and especially if you call out their weaknesses publicly, they will continue to disappoint. There's another quote I find to be much more apt in good leadership. We rise by lifting others. Robert Ingersoll. Great leadership and their teams rise by lifting others up. A truly great team is amplified by their strengths, not anchored by weaknesses. They work together to build a great product, even if they're unequally skilled. In creative teams especially, each team is an important part of the process, and everyone can enhance the process at any point. I used to work in special effects making monster prosthetics. During that time, almost everyone wanted to be a sculptor, as that job had the most perceived clout. But if you looked a little more closely, the other jobs were just as important. A good mold maker could improve the work of a less skilled foam maker, and a great painter could make up for any mistakes that came before them. This is also true of the video game industry. Artists are enhanced by animators, implementation is enhanced by developers, and game testers catch any mistakes. Now, don't get me wrong, if a team isn't strongly skilled to begin with, there are limits. But with the right leadership, they grow, improve, and rise together. Not everyone is an Olympic athlete, but most people can be good, if not great, at their job. Someone is struggling, start by making sure that they like the work that they're doing. When they do, the quality of their work improves. So it's important to put people in the right positions. If you have weak links in the right positions, team them up with a mentor. If that's not enough, sometimes you have to prune the garden. But most of the time, people just need support. When you set out as a team to make every product better than the last, that's when you win. Come together with the support of each other to create something truly magical. When you have something that special, you don't have weak links, only a chain. Want to build the strongest link? Hire me for group workshops. How do you feel about the strongest link? Let me know in the comments below. All right, Press Starters, that's this week's episode of Press Start Leadership Podcast. As always, thanks for being awesome. And if you haven't yet, make sure to give us a follow. Till next time. If you haven't downloaded my free ebook, 5 Heroic Leadership Skills, click on the link in the description. Tune in next week for your next episode of Press Start Leadership Podcast. Thank you. Oh, hi. And the episode's over, but thanks for sticking around till the end. Be sure to check out more episodes in the playlist and new episodes every week on Monday. Follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. Don't forget to leave a review. Thanks again for being awesome.